Chapter 10. The Lesson. All people value most what has cost them much labor. Aristotle. It is true that music is beautiful and that it gives us happiness and comfort. But nevertheless, music is hard to learn for everyone, harder for some than for others, but hard for all. It is well and best that it should be so. We appreciate most highly that which we labor for earnestly. Just imagine if every one could sing or play merely by wishing it. Then music would be so common, and so much the talent of all, that it would cease to give us joy. Why? Because one gained it by a wish. That is not enough. From this can we learn to understand the great secret of it all? I think we can. Let us see. The secret is this: music is a joy because it takes us out of ourselves and we work hard to get it. Music teaches us what a wonderful power there is within us, if we will only strive to bring it out. Education is good for us for this same reason. As you learn more and more about words, you will see more in this word education. It means to lead out what is within us. To lead music out of the heart becomes the object, then, of your lessons. One cannot drive music into you. It must be let out. Where shall we look for music that it may be let out? Only in the heart. That is where all is in every one of us. But often in our hearts there is so much else, so much vanity, self-love, conceit, love for other things, that the music is almost beyond reach. Almost, but never entirely. In the heart of every one is music. But often it is deep, deep down, covered by these other things. The older we grow and the more other things we see and think about, the deeper and deeper down does the music get. It is like heaping rocks, and dirt, and sticks on a bubbling spring. The spring is down there, bubbling freely beneath it all, still striving to be as free and as songful as before, but it cannot. People may come and go, may pass near to it, and hear not one of its sounds. They may never suspect that there is such a thing ready to go on merrily if it could. When is the best time to lead water out of the spring, and music out of the heart? Before other things begin to cover it. With music the best time is in the early days, in childhood time, in the first days. We shall hear those words many times. Then little by little the bubbling spring of melody gains its independence. Then, even if other things do come in, they cannot bury the music out of sight. The spring has been led forth and has grown stronger. Thoughtful people who have suffered in learning, all people suffer in learning, thoughtful ones the most, wonder how they can make the task less painful for others. It will always cause us sorrow as well as joy to learn, and many people spend their lives in trying to have as little sorrow as possible come with the learning of the young. When such people are true and good and thoughtful and have infinite kindness, they are teachers, and the teachers impose tasks upon us severely, perhaps, but with kind severity. They study us in music, and they seek out the work each one of us must perform in order that we may keep the heart springs pure and uncovered. Further than this, they find the way by which we shall lead the waters of life which flow out of the heart springs. They find the way whither they should flow best. Often in the doing of these things we find the lessons hard and wearisome, infinitely hard to bear, difficult, and not attractive. We wonder why all these things should be so, and we learn in the moment we ask that question that these painful tasks are the price we are paying for the development of our talent. That is truly the purpose of a lesson. And the dear teacher, wise because she has been painfully over the road herself, knows how good and necessary it is for us to labor, as she directs. Let us suppose you play the piano. There will be two kinds of lessons, one will be for the fingers, one for the mind. But really the mind also guides the finger work, and the heart must be in all. Your exercises will give you greater power to speak with the fingers. Every new finger exercise in piano playing is like a new word in language. Provided with it, you can say more than you could before. The work for the mind is the classics. These are compositions by the greater and lesser masters with which you form the taste, while the technical exercises are provided to give you the power, the ability, to play them. Thus you see how well these two things go together. Year after year, if you go on patiently, you will add to each of these tasks. More power will come to the fingers and to the mind. All this time you will be coming nearer and nearer to the true music. More and more will be coming out of your heart. The spring will not only continue to bubble clearly, but it will become more powerful. Nothing is so wonderful as that. Do you know what a sad thing it was for the man not to increase that one talent which had been given to him? 39. Perchance you have also one. Then find it, love it, increase it. Know that every step of the way, every bit of task, every moment of faith is paid for in later years 10,000-fold. If now we remember our talk on listening, it will serve us. Did we not say then that the first duty of a listener is to the one who speaks for his good? Lesson time is an opportunity above nearly all others when we should listen with love in our attention. Yes, nothing less than that, because how many times we have heard it already, putting love into anything is putting the heart into it, and with less than that we do not get all we may have. This talk, then, is important, because it gathers together many things that have gone before, and hints at some to come. Let us give the last words to speaking about that. A lesson suggests listening. Listening suggests the teacher, who with infinite kindness and severity guides us, and the teacher suggests the beautiful road along which we go, and what we hear as we travel. That is the music of the heart, and the music of the heart has in it the tones about us, and the greater and lesser masters who thought them into beautiful forms. The masters are as servants unto whom there is given to some one talent, to others two, and four, and more, but to each according to his worth, to be guided and employed in truth and honor, increased by each in accordance to his strength.